everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and today I'm here with a spring shop diamond painting haul from Hobby Lobby. I was doing some shopping a few weeks ago, and they had all of this marked down 40% off, and I did also find something on clearance, so picked up a few different things to share with you. Hobby Lobby has been releasing some fun variety in terms of what they have to offer in diamond paintings, and you might not necessarily know about them, and sometimes it is really nice to just be able to walk into a store and kind of browse and shop and pick up some diamond paintings then and there. I think a lot of these are available also on the Hobby Lobby website, but I'd really like to share with you when there are opportunities to actually go into a physical brick and mortar store to buy some diamond painting goodies. So obviously I have a lot to share with you today, and we're gonna work our way through some of these together. So I thought we could go ahead and start with this bigger canvas over here. There were several of these on an end cap that all had this pre-wrapped canvas style of diamond painting. There were a lot of different artwork styles, and this is the one that I picked up. I don't know if there's necessarily a specific designated name to this one, I don't see, but you can see it was $7.99. That's full retail price, and so 40% off. It was, you know, pretty cheap for a diamond painting of this size, in my opinion. So it's 12 by 16 inches, about 30 by 40-ish centimeters, and this is a look at what it's gonna look like completed. There's a legend in here where the canvas is kind of wrapped around and stapled. So you can use that when you're putting these diamonds into storage or something like that. And it looks like, here, let's just open this up and take a look. Say ideally without doing any damage. Okay. Give you a better look at this, the toolkit, the diamonds, and the canvas itself too. So it's a basic toolkit. We have a basic pen, there's a tray, it looks like, there's some wax, and then in here I think that's just the hook where you can attach this to the frame, and then you'll be able to display it, which is nice. Has the hardware and everything in there, so all you need. I know a lot of people do really enjoy displaying diamond paintings in their home, and so when stores like Hobby Lobby, Michaels does this a lot too, they'll include everything you need to actually go ahead and hang up your diamond painting. I love that. I also love that this is this kind of, you know, wrapped canvas, and so it does feel very display ready. And what's nice about this, I'm kind of feeling it, is that it has a really sturdy backing to it. It's not like this is just canvas. Why this matters is because when you go to diamond paint on this, if there wasn't like a structured backing to this, every time you'd go to place a diamond down, the canvas would have give under it. But that's not going to happen with this, which I think is super smart and going to make diamond painting this be so much less of a headache. So the style of this grid is what I think most people refer to as a freestyle. So you're going to see probably with this diamond painting kit here more of a traditional style diamond painting grid. But a lot of what I have to share with you today is going to be more of freestyle as opposed to more gridded, with the exception of there's a few spots up here where it's really even lines. You could probably multi-place sections like this, but otherwise it's just going to follow the shape of the image, and you're going to probably be doing more in the way of single placing on this. But I think that this artwork in particular, this style does suit pretty well. I think it's gonna look pretty good, and I like that we kind of have a preview of how it is gonna look finished. You can see specifically what the colors are gonna be and sort of what the overall vibe of it is going to be. So this is nice. I do think this is a pretty solid option, especially for $7.99 full retail. And I mean, you guys know the rule, right? We don't pay full price for things, especially not at Hobby Lobby, where they're always gonna have some kind of sale running. Sometimes you just have to wait for it to cycle back around to whatever it is you're interested in getting. The diamonds that this comes with are round diamonds, and it looks like they just have numbers on here that are going to correspond with the numbers on the legend. I'm not going to pull the diamonds out just for sake of ease. You can see like the number 1 is going to be, number 1 here. And they include the DMC code. Those are definitely DMC codes I see here, even though it doesn't say DMC. Those are DMC codes. DMC codes, it's what most diamond painting companies use to give coats to their colors, which is handy if you save your leftover diamonds, just in case you're working on another project, you've run out of diamonds. It's just going to be really easy to be able to go, okay, well, I ran out of DMC 807 on a project. Let me see if I have any of that saved, and I can just use what I have in my spare drills. So they don't have the DMC codes printed on the packaging. They just have these numbers that you're going to correspond to all of these. These, like I said, are round diamonds, and they look like they're made of acrylic. Acrylic and resin are the two material types, and I wish I had a good way of explaining how you could tell. There's something about how they're cut and kind of the thickness on the base of them that this makes me think that these are probably acrylic diamonds, but I'm fine working with acrylic round drills. They usually are not too fussy and can actually be kind of nice to work with. I'm curious. So we took the outer layer of plastic off, and there's this inner layer of plastic that I think we'll have to, I don't really want to do this. This is going to make like a problem, but I have to imagine that, yeah, what you're going to do is separate this from the staple, and there's got to be, I can see the glue there. I will, just for you guys. I'm going to cut part of this, and I just want to peel it back enough to see and confirm that there is glue there. And then I'll tape it back down after. Okay, yeah. So peel back the plastic cover, and there's your sticky glue. So that's what you'll have to do. Obviously, you don't have to add any glue yourself. It's just peeling back this second layer of plastic cover. So, and then you can, once you're done with it, you can add the hangers to it and display, or if you just want to like lean it up against, wherever you have kind of your decor. Either way, there you go. So super, super cute, ready to hang project. They had several of these, like at least 10 different designs when I was looking around at what Hobby Lobby had to offer there. So there is that. Another kind of freestyle and ready to display project is this one here. And this one's just a cute little project. This one is pre-framed. So instead of being wrapped canvas, this one actually already comes in a frame, and you can see that it's got the basic toolkit again. It has the, I don't know why I'm not opening this up. I'll just open it up so I can show you a little more easily. It's just very ready to display. I feel like a lot of, people that are newer to diamond painting or maybe want to try it out, they are thinking that if they work on one of these projects that they are going to display it. And so I think these shops in store having these ready to display is such a smart idea. So we have this. You can actually, so when you want to go diamond paint this, let's see, I think we're going to want to actually pull this out. Yeah. And then you have this that you can then put on a flat surface of some kind, and there's a clear plastic cover. I assume there's a clear plastic cover. How do I, there it is. Okay, you could separate, and then there's the board glue. That's really sticky. And there's something about this canvas material that's like a little bit different. I can't tell what it is. It's got a weird give to it, but once it's in the frame and it has the structured back to it, it's gonna be fine. It looks like there's not like a separate legend included, but with a project like this where it's just, you can really easily look at the image and you see the different numbers, you just are really easily going to match that up with the numbers that are on the bags. And this kit is all crystals, which is also a really nice addition and a nice option to be able to pick up in store. That there's some, glitz and glam that you can pick up. So these crystal diamonds, the mirror backing is what's going to go flat on the canvas, and that crystal effect is really just going to be super sparkly and really, really pretty. So lots of fun, pretty colors in there. This is obviously super kid friendly. There are a lot of kind of cutesy images in these little small framed projects. And the price on this was $3.99. So just a couple bucks for this cute little pre-framed project. Honestly, perfect for kids. I know it says it's part of the spring shop, but this is very summery to me. Fun little kit you could pick up to have your kids work on while they're on summer break. I have little ones, and obviously since this is open, I am going to keep this and see if maybe my oldest wants to work on this one with me because it's pretty cute. This is going to be the freestyle kind of grid, much like the flowers were. So there you go with our little turtle buddy, which is even cheaper than the flowers. So there is that one. And then they did also have this set of diamond painting tools. Now, when I was at Michael's, I did a video on some of my Michaels finds a few weeks ago or a couple months ago. That might have been in the fall. I remembered that Michaels had gotten in one of these ergonomic style pens. Let me show you. I'll open this up. This was only $3.99. This is part of their spring shop too. And these ergonomic pens, see, no more hand fatigue. Ergonomic design keeps your hands comfortable. So for those of you that struggle with some, things like, oops, making a mess, arthritis, or just general discomfort while you're diamond painting, when you're using just a traditional pen or the basic pen that comes in the toolkits, which they're really narrow, they're not ergonomic like at all. They do make these ergonomic pens that they just, it kind of, the way you can hold it is so much more comfortable for your hand. There's a few different ways. I feel like this is the way it's designed to be held, because then there's these little grooves that, either side, your thumb and middle finger can fit in, and this fits here, and it just is very, it's more comfortable. It's, well, ergonomic. So, and then in the end, it's not the twist in style, it's just you just pop it in. So whether you want to use a single placer, or they have some multi-placers as well. These are kind of the wider, thicker style multi-placers. There's multiple options, which I think is really nice. And they also do include some pink wax. So while your kits are going to come with wax, it is nice to have extra, and I think it's a good inclusion with the pens. So yeah, I think there's actually showing like a couple of different ways you can hold it. It's really just however is going to be the most comfortable for you as you're picking it up and stuff. So anyway, I think it is nice that they have included this, again, especially for people that are maybe newer to diamond painting and want to maybe give us a try, maybe try like a little bit of a tool upgrade without necessarily breaking the bank by getting like a hand-turned diamond painting pen. Really, I feel like the cheapest you're gonna see those is going to be quite a bit more expensive than this. And even if you're getting, something from Amazon or similar, I just feel like, especially with a sale, this is super, super cost effective. So really, really good option. I think worth considering for sure if you're wanting something that's a little bit more comfortable. So next, let's take a look at this adorable giant like acrylic cat. So there were, again, several of these. It's actually, it comes with a stand. So here the kit includes gel, I think they call it jelly wax. That's so funny. It's just regular pink wax. Tray, crystals, the product, the pen, and then here's your instructions. Yeah, whenever you're doing these kind of acrylic projects, there's almost always, in my experience, been a plastic film that kind of covers it that you want to make sure you peel off. So let's open this one up. The one thing that I will say about this one is after I bought it, I kind of realized, I'm looking at this again, I'm going, this is very much looking like it's AI artwork. And I know that it seems like some of these in-store products, some of these in-store things are maybe moving towards using some AI. And where you land on that is, it's going to be subjective. I'm not going to tell you at all what to do or how to spend your money. I just am going to mention that an observation, there's just a certain style, a certain look to this artwork that does make me think that it might be AI. So anyway, we have a basic toolkit again, a different color pen though this time, and tray and wax, of course. And then here's this acrylic stand, which you're not going to want to try to put this in until after you put the diamonds on. And this, I think, might also have a plastic film on it. It has that kind of cloudy look to it. So there's probably a plastic film on here. Those are always hard to get off. But once you take those plastic films off, film off of, both of them respectively, then you could tuck it, in here. I'm not going to try to do that now because then I will have a hard time getting it off. But it's, so I kind of have to like just scrape at it at the edge a little bit. There it is. Okay. And you could peel this back, and the glue is really just where the numbers are going to be. Now this one, you could tell from the shapes of some of these that I think this is going to have some special shape drills. So not just your typical like little round diamonds. This is going to have some others colors going on as well. Let's take a look at those and see. Actually open these diamonds up this time. Okay, so we have some of these more like standard size crystals, lots of different colors. Again, that mirror backing is going to cover up the symbol and give us lots of, crystal reflectiveness. in this strand is where we're gonna see we have these, oh my gosh, those are gorgeous. Those look like mermaid scales. These like almond shaped pieces that are like green, blue, yellow, and more of like just a blue color, and then some teardrops. And then we have some of these diamonds that are bigger than the other crystals are. This one's more of like a bubble, and this one is actually faceted and still just a little bit larger. And these don't have DMC codes assigned, and there's not like a legend attached to these. You're just going to be matching the symbol that's on here, like the letter A. You're just going to look and see that, okay, here's, you know, the letter A, and then here's, you know, the letter A. So these big red bubbles are what's going to go, you know, in those spots, and so on and so forth. These really gorgeous, like, almonds. Let's see, it's the letter E. It's over here. And there's a few different spots. It's kind of like in these peacock feather looking areas. So those are so pretty, and up here too. Those are definitely my favorite of those special drills. Gorgeous. Now that was also really reasonably priced as well. Let me check again. That was $12.99 full retail. So a little bit, I guess maybe a little bit more expensive. It's just a little bit cheaper than the canvas was, but probably because it's kind of a, you know, special material and everything. I would guess that's probably why. Okay, so speaking of special materials and something really unique, next let's take a look at this particular project, which, what do they call it? Diamond painting, okay, it says one piece for 14 and up. And it's this like little dog, a wolf. There were some, several different creatures, and you basically, like, you kind of do it freehand, adding glue to it and then adding the diamonds. And so you can follow what's on the picture, or you can just follow your creativity and do whatever kind of colors and kind of style you want to it. So let's see. There we go. So we do have a toolkit again. And there's our diamonds, and then a whole giant thing of B7000 clear glue, adhesive, so on and so forth. So there's the instructions and stuff. It'll be so much easier to read in person. Let's see, is this, here we go. Here's some specific project instructions. Okay, clear your workspace. Well, this doesn't say anything about how to actually put the glue on. So I think if this is like some of these other similar figures that I've seen, you're going to want to lay this on and then let it, okay. Apply a little pressure for 1 to 2 minutes to adhere bonding. Let dry for 48 hours. So I don't know if this is one of those things that you want to put on here and then let it set, or if you want to put this on and then immediately put the diamonds on. So maybe test it in a small area, like don't do the whole thing, like just do a small area with the glue, and you can follow, oh, this is like a piggy bank, that's right. So could be, I mean, it looks like it's kind of for kids and that it's a piggy bank, but it's like it says it's ages, 14 and up or whatever. So it's gonna be like, kids are gonna need some help to work on this for sure. How does this even, I don't even know. The other way? No. I don't understand. I'll have to figure that out later. Somehow this comes off. It beats me how. But cute little wolf guy, and the different kind of colors that we have. So there's these really pretty, they're even more, I don't know what you would call these. They almost look like crystal ABs. Because they almost have a crystal effect, but then like an AB coating to them. And they have a pink one as well. Lots of neighbors, friend, and our doggo just joining in the chorus tonight. There's a light pink one, and then there's like a kind of a traditional black AB. Oh, this one even says 120 AB, and this one says 604 AB. That one says 775 AB. So they're calling those ABs, and this is like a regular 310 diamond. So various special drills, and like I said, if you want to use the image that's on the packaging to kind of guide where you're placing things and how you're doing your colors, that's probably how they gauged how many of each color to give you. But there's nothing saying that you can't just really, really mix it up and do colors wherever you want. But just a cute, fun little 3D project. Like I said, they had a few different ones. So, you know, you could see if they have one that's, if this one isn't totally your taste, they did have some others too. But just a cute little, you know, unique project, a little bit different when it comes to diamond painting. And I have a feeling I'll have some of this left over that you could use for, I don't know, any kinds of other projects too. The price on this one, I forgot to mention, where was that tag? This was $12.99 retail, which kind of makes sense with all like kind of the extra materials and stuff that they have to include for it. So yeah, there's that project. And then this wasn't part of the spring shop. This was just a clearance find. So it was $4.24. I actually thought these looked really pretty. They almost look like those beaded cross stitch type projects. I don't really do cross stitch, so maybe I'm off base here. But this one is by Leisure Arts, which is, I think it shares a parent company with Diamond Dots. You'll see a lot of similarities with those, but I just thought these were so pretty. I really wanted to see them in person. So here's what's included. And let's open this up to take a look. I'm actually not 100% sure what the full retail price of this one was. I just know what the clearance price was, not clearance. Oh, $15.99 was the original price. They do include, this has a little bit more to it. I think because it's not just a basic store brand, you get like a more thorough set of instructions, which if you are new to diamond painting, sometimes seeing a little bit more detail can be, you know, helpful. And the toolkit is pretty similar, but they include a couple extra things like a multi-placer, some baggies, a caddy for your wax. And this looks really like the Make Market toolkits actually that you can get at Michael's. I'm convinced that a lot of these companies just share the same parent manufacturer, but I don't know, I could be off base here. Oh, these are bigger than I realized. These are really, really pretty. And unlike the other projects we've looked at so far, which were more of a freestyle kind of, you know, grid, these are more traditionally gridded in lines. So you can multi-place if you want. It's going to look much more like pixel art because it is just very much on a strict grid where everything is lining up really neatly. The material on these, they're kind of bendy, but it's like an acrylic. There's a plastic cover on the tops of these where you just peel it back, and then there's the glue. It doesn't look like this one came with any kind of legend. Oh, yes, it did. It did. There is a legend that was included, but this is pretty self-explanatory. The most helpful thing about this is that you're getting what the DMC codes are for these, which again can be pretty handy. So these are going to have some special drills. I see a yellow and a white AB tucked in there, and then some other just basic colors. And you can see what the DMC codes are. Those are printed on the packaging. So once you start to work on those, then you can also, once those are done, you can tuck the tassels through these so that your bookmarks will actually be complete. So let me, in case you didn't know. And if you are worried about these holding up well, you can seal them by doing like a layer of sealer on top. That would help protect any dust and dirt from getting in between the diamonds, and might be a good idea and make it less likely that diamonds are going to fall off if you were going to use these in a practical sense, like actually use these in a book. Otherwise, you know, they're going to see enough use that I might otherwise worry about the diamonds falling off. So I like to use Minwax polyacrylic. I have a video on how to seal a diamond painting, which would also apply to projects like this. I will link to that video below if you're interested and want to see a demo and an explanation. You could also, there's lots of other kinds of sealants out there that you can kind of, you know, try what works for you, but Minwax polyacrylic and clear gloss doesn't yellow and tends to work pretty well. So next up, we do have one other thing here that's from the spring shop that is this set of diamond painting stickers. And this was only $2.99. So I feel like much like the turtle, this is perfect for kids for a super inexpensive project to do, you know, in the summertime coming up, even though I know this says spring shop. So there's 9 different stickers that are going to be included in here, and they had a couple of different sets of stickers. This includes the stickers, the toolkit, and obviously the diamonds, and just basic instructions. So I'm noticing with these kind of spring shop, which feel like they're more budget friendly, that they're kind of just doing really basic things in terms of the instructions and what they're giving you, which is fine because that's something that can actually bring the price point down, and I'm not going to complain about that. But just an FYI, in case you're like, I am just not familiar with diamond painting at all, but hopefully this is really self-explanatory enough that that's okay. That's okay. Or you're hopping over to YouTube and taking a look at some how-to videos, which I think I mentioned earlier. I'll have some how-to videos linked below in the description box. So here's our basic toolkit again. And the stickers themselves, I recognize this they put the stickers on this kind of paper that is a little bit fussy. I would probably, honestly, I would grab some scissors and cut each of these out individually. It's going to be so much less of a pain to work on these because it's this, it's really wrinkle prone paper. It's just fussy. It's just fussy. So there's a clear plastic cover here, like there have been on all these other projects, and we have, that's really sticky glue. And then these are obviously, stickers themselves. Oh, they're transparent stickers. That's cool. And so you can put those on things like, journals or whatnot. So there's lots of fun, happy styles of stickers here. Freestyle grid, most of the project we looked at today. Let's see if there's any special drills in these. I didn't think there were based on the image on the front. There's not, and there's no DMC code or separate legend on these. You're just, like the cat, you're just going to look at, okay, this is the letter E, and that's going to match up with the letter E, on these stickers, like in the disco ball. So no special drills, but just a lot of really just absolute fun rainbow of colors. It's giving 90s, and the 90s are back so hard right now that it's kind of perfect. So these are some big, good size stickers too. So yeah, fun project to pull out, especially if you've got a kiddo that maybe has some friends over, and you could just cut these out and they can each have one to work on and have a bunch of trays out with the different colors. That could be pretty fun. So there's a sticker set. Again, only $2.99 before you are using, a coupon or whatever particular sale they're running that week. Last but not least, this is going to be actually a more traditional diamond painting, and is not technically part of their spring shop, but is their Studio Delight brand, which launched a little while ago. I had been meaning to try them out and just hadn't gotten around to it yet. But this is not one of their seasonal kits. This is just in their diamond painting section. All of the spring shop stuff was in very specific spring crafty areas. It was on end caps and in the middles of main aisles, as opposed to this being back on the wall with the other actual just regular diamond paintings. So Studio Delight, I've seen a couple of people unbox this brand before, but I haven't checked it out for myself. I love all things foxes, so this artwork jumped out at me immediately. I will also say what jumped out immediately at me, unfortunately, was the rendering on this looks pretty rough compared to the original artwork. I think this is just way, way, way too detailed. And we're talking about a, let's see, 15 by 19 inch, which 25,000 dimes, 25 colors. I'm gonna see what that is in centimeters because I don't really understand inches when it comes to diamond painting form. Here's what's included, and we're gonna open this up and take a look. So they had a lot of really cute artwork in this brand. This was $13.99 full price, and they had, I think, some different sizes too. So let's see what we're working with here. Is that everything? That is everything. Interesting. Let's see. This canvas material, this is really stiff oilcloth material. Not personally my favorite canvas material to work on at all. These are legit wrinkles in the canvas. That's just, yeah, it's gonna be kind of fussy. Okay, here is a color list. This is nice. They have this separate legend. And we have the DMC codes in the right-hand column. It looks like there's not any special drills in this one, which is fine, but just wanted to note. They have it kind of in a little bit of a rainbowy order, not DMC order though. And then we still have a basic toolkit, so similar to the other projects, this is still the same. There is a multi-placer tucked in there and maybe an extra square of wax. And then we'll look at the diamonds in a sec. I want to take a look at this canvas. So let me see if I Is there any chance that those folds were aesthetic as opposed to, no, those are folds. Those are really folds. Yeah, this is this like, it's like is it called oilcloth? It's a really, really stiff canvas material. And this is a really thin plastic cover. Yeah, this just feels a little bit cheap to me. I feel so bad to say that, but I'm just being honest. I mean, it's a cheap kit, but like, it's a shame that it does feel cheap. Yeah, this is going to be annoying because you don't really want to have like a visible fold in your canvas. I'm hoping that sometimes what happens with these canvases, this canvas material, is once you start putting diamonds down, it will kind of flatten on its own. Alternatively, you can put something heavy on top of it, like a heavy book or something like that. That will also help a little bit. But yeah, that's something I think you are probably going to find yourself dealing with. If you've completed one of these, you'll have to let me know if yours had wrinkles and if you're able to kind of get rid of those or if those were a problem. What's interesting about this kit is, so it does have round diamonds, and they've kind of made use of, it's like they printed the actual image on the background, and that's going to fill in like little bits of gaps in the detail where you're going to see like, you know, these like little diagonal lines through here are going to bring just a little bit more clarity to this image. But I think overall this really just is a bit more detailed than really works for this size. Good things I'm seeing though, because I just have dumped a whole bunch of negative. The clarity of the printing on the canvas is really good. I'm not having trouble reading any of the symbols. Some of them are a little saturated though, like the J. I really actually like this border. I feel like if you can get this to actually be laying completely flat once you're done with it, it is going to just be very like almost, you could either frame it and it's kind of like you have this mat built in, or you wouldn't even have to frame it. You could just put command strips on this and hang it straight on your wall as is, and this is going to make it look finished. There's not like a legend or anything on the outside of the canvas, so it just feels very display ready in that sense, and so that is a plus. That is, you know, that is a plus for this. I do like this fox's face a lot. I just really think that, especially based on the image on the box here, like we are going to get some detail, but it's definitely not going to be like this level of detail. So just to keep your expectations realistic, this is, I think, probably a pretty accurate representation of how this is going to look finished. So let me, where's my measuring tape? Over here. I just wanted to grab this in centimeters. I think it looks like it's about 30 by 40. No, it's gonna be 40 by 50. So it's 40 left to right and then up and down. Yeah, between that really thin plastic cover and this canvas material. Yeah, 40 by 50-ish. Not my favorite, not my favorite. I do prefer some of the other store brands that I've worked with in terms of the actual canvas material for their overall like diamond painting projects. So, but diamonds wise, this comes with round drills again. I don't know if any of the Studio Delight kits will come with square drills as an option. I'll have to keep an eye out. I did see that they have released some new ones for summer. I just haven't had a chance to go back to the store yet and hadn't obviously done this video yet. So they might, you know, they might expand to square diamonds, kind of like Make Market at Michael's did. So these don't have DMC codes on the bags. They just have the symbol. So that's consistent with a lot of the kits we've looked at today. But the Legend did have the DMC code on it, so you'll be able to, you know what the DMC code is from that at least. And it tells you what kit these go with. Midnight Box. It looks like it's kind of in color order there. No special drills, but if you wanted to, you could always enhance the kit yourself. There's some shops out there that sell specialty drills, like DP with Sparklers sells specialty drills, Diamond Drills USA, Diamond Painting Drills. There's lots of other small shops as well that will just sell special drills by themselves. And so you could absolutely look at something like that to enhance your diamond painting if you wanted to add some extra sparkle to this. I'm imagining like some of the little like fireflies in the background to be really pretty to make as ABs or crystals. Maybe if you... Sorry, my neighbor's dog. If you had some leftovers even from your other projects that you got at Hobby Lobby, that could be a really, that could be a solid option. and, you know, maybe some little like glimmer drills and the fox's fur. There's, you know, different ways you could go about it. But that is it for my Hobby Lobby haul. Cost wise, I believe I got all of this for well under $50. It was a pretty, you know, cost effective shopping trip. I would strongly recommend that you do not pay full price for these. In my opinion, Hobby Lobby's full retail for their stuff is just, I think it's overpriced. I'm just gonna say it. I cannot bring myself to pay full price when I know that it's like, if I just wait a couple weeks or a month or whatever, it'll probably cycle around and it's gonna be on sale. Like, I got all this stuff, I think it was 40% off. So, yeah, I just gotta, don't pay full price, you guys. Don't do it. My heart can't take it on your behalf. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Have you checked out any of the new diamond painting products that Hobby Lobby has been getting in more recently? And if you've worked on any of these, I would absolutely love to hear what your experience has been, if you would be so inclined just to share that in the comments of this video. So I will link to Hobby Lobby's like diamond painting section of their website. I'm not going to link to individual things because they tend to go out of stock online, especially once the season's over. It's not going to be there. So I would recommend checking into your local store if you're, you know, wanting to see what they have to offer. And they do have some stock online too, but be interested to see, as we're moving out of the spring season, what they might be getting in future seasons, and if they're going to kind of be like Michael's is and release like new sets of diamond painting products as seasons turn over. So I'll keep an eye out. I'll keep you posted. But yeah, thanks for watching, friends. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a thumbs up on your way out and subscribe if you'd like to see more diamond painting videos like this one. I'll try to do ones that are especially for like in-store hauls, especially with just kind of the state of the world at the moment, where being able to get things online from other shops can be a little bit uncertain, and sometimes you just want to be able to walk into a store, use a coupon, grab something that day. So keep an eye out for other videos like this one. I did do a Michael's haul relatively recently, and I have another one planned for the near future. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to share with you a little bit of what your options are out there. But either way, friends, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to reading your thoughts below. I hope that you are doing well and taking care, and that you have a day that is as amazing as you are. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.